kid with an ant farm. He's not planning it.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
Ideas are beautiful. Be my victim.
Do you want me to stick my face in there?
You want to stick your face in where? Where you... This is the Victim Matrix podcast. Hello, my name is Vera. Pronouns are she, her.
That was in my nose. Hi, I'm Raven. I almost said I'm Vera.
You can be Vera. I want to be non-binary now. It's my turn.
Don't. It's not worth it. You're a fence sitter in some people's eyes.
Well, you're a fence sitter if you're bisexual as well. I apologize,
no,
guys.
I'm polyamorous.
I have hiccups. Yeah, so this is gonna be an interesting episode. I've never heard a podcast where one of the hosts had hiccups. So this is gonna be interesting.
I mean, we could put it on hold, or I could scare you or tickle you.
We've tried all that, and the
I
hiccups
know.
just go away, and then they come back.
Why?
It's probably because I have cancer. I probably have stomach cancer.
No.
We're doing Mothman today! I'm so
Yeah?
excited! We're doing
You're
Mothman!
excited about that?
Of course I'm excited!
I want to get a plushie of Mothman.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, there's a website that has one. It's very cute, but it's almost $35.
Every time I was on
It's very
Reddit
expensive.
doing research for the episode, I'd find Build-A-Bear. Like
That
little...
one's not as cute. I'll have to show you the website I was looking at for $35.
Because they made it look like a fucking bear. And Mothman is no fucking bear.
It's not as cute as the one I saw. Well, that's not
Are you going to try to show me?
I want to show you.
Are you going to try
and
to
then
show
you
it
can tell
to me?
everybody the website.
Okay.
It's absolutely adorable. It's so cute. I'm pretty sure I have it. But I all right, here it is. So the website is Squishable.
Squishable? Is that the same company that does Squishmallows?
Yes. Yep. It's
Oh,
the
okay.
same company.
It's a Mothman Squishmallow?
They have it under. Let's see. They have alter egos. They have uncovers.
Uncovers? What?
Yeah,
What's an uncover?
There's a whole name for each and every one. It's adorable. But Mothman is somewhere down here.
Sweet baby Satan. They really do
somewhere.
take it pretty far, huh?
They do. That's the one where you have the demon version of Plague Doctor.
Oh, I love that.
I
That
know,
means
it's
they have
adorable.
Cerberus.
They do, but it's not as cute as you would
Oh.
think.
But I liked it. I want it.
It is very cute. But that website has Mothman.
They do?
And that's what I'm trying to show you real quick. They also have SpongeBob bullshit.
And they
But-
also have, like, well, it looks like just a regular death moth.
They do.
Plot
they have
twist.
a crow with a crown on it, which isn't that cute.
Plot twist. Mothman has a death moth tattoo on his back.
He does.
And it's a tramp stamp.
You know what it does? I'm gonna say it because it's not a man or a woman. It doesn't have
Mothman is
parts.
non-binary.
I agree. But
Dividing the audience here.
it's true.
Yeah.
It's very true. But you know what Mothman makes me think of?
What does Mothman make you think of? Makes me think of a lot of things, really.
Yeah, same.
Cheeks. That's my
Cheeks.
first thought. Cheeks.
Fat cheeks. No, it makes me think of the episode of Sunny. Dayman.
Dayman. Ah! No, wait. We gotta do it with Mothman.
Yeah, which you made it up. You did the
I
lyrics.
know. I wrote
It's
this a while
amazing.
ago.
It's beautiful.
Mothman. You gonna do it with me?
Shy.
No,
All
you gotta
right.
do it with me. Mothman.
Ah!
Ah! Terror of the townsmen. Ah! Warning of the bridge. Ah! He's the master of prophecies and flying for everyone. Mothman. Ah!
She knows how to do lyrics, but I'm embarrassed now.
Oh shit!
I'm forever embarrassed.
I'm so glad we
but-
got to do it on the pod.
Yeah, if you're not a Sunny watcher, check it out. Type
Sunny
in
Watcher.
Yeah, that's what they call fans of Sunny. Type up "It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia" and look up
Look up Dayman.
Dayman, thank you.
Well, there's
Dayman.
like a whole thing with the Dayman and the Nightman. It's like
It's
one
great.
fights the other, and it's this weird play about Charlie trying to get with the fucking waitress.
It's always a thing. If you're a fan of Sunny, you already know the whole synopsis of it. But
yeah.
Mothman has been one that we've been wanting to talk about.
We've
And
talked
I
about doing this
love-
episode since we started doing this
fucking
podcast.
I love Mothman. It's so cute. Because, you have all this, like, dark shit, but then Mothman is all... There's so much shit. There's the fucking Chibi's a Mothman now. You name it.
And it all started with Mothman Prophecies.
Yep.
Well, Mothman Prophecies is kind of just what put it on the map, made it more popular.
Exactly.
But I still haven't even seen it. Have you seen it?
No, I have not.
All people are already screaming at us.
No, the only thing I've seen is Ryan and Shane, which is they used to be on BuzzFeed, but now they're doing their own thing.
Yeah, and they're trying to charge people.
Yeah, I don't want to get into that. I'm a little upset with them. But they were cool. But anyway, with Mothman, I feel like if you already know about Mothman, then you know
pretty much already got the gist of it. So
yeah, but as legend has it, the flying Mothman terrorized countless Point Pleasant residents in the late 1960s.
Back when there was still acid in the water.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I feel like they were all probably drinking.
Well, between that and the TNT plant.
Yeah.
There was all kinds of radiation and all kinds of other theories that we'll get into much later. But I hold strong onto the theory that, there was acid in the water.
Yeah, I do too.
I bet it made the water taste good.
Now, what do you think of the Silver Bridge? Do you want to talk about that one?
So here's the thing.
Because they go into the whole Silver Bridge as the first encounter. They claim, right?
Well, the Silver Bridge was just kind of like the more popular story, and it's kind of what put place on the map in general. They turned it into a whole tourist attraction and seeing.
Right. The first encounter was two couples. They drove out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
And we have that in our notes. We'll be getting into that a little bit later. But yeah, it's kind of like the more popular story of the Mothman, and it's usually the first one people hear.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Silver Bridge, rather. Every time I read this, I read Silver City Bridge.
Yeah, I can see why. No, I can see why.
But when the Silver Bridge collapsed, the creature was blamed for the deaths of 46 people. Let's not even mention how many fucking cars went into the water. All right, that's
46.
Well, 46 people died.
You sure it wasn't 46 cars?
Well, there was more people than that actually fell.
Facts, because one guy was in a car and he there was an interview. We watched it earlier on today where it was a truck driver. His worker was driving the truck and he was sleeping in the passenger seat and he survived it. He didn't bring up Mothman at all. He was just like, yeah, I was asleep and I woke up and here I am.
Yep, pretty much. He literally was asleep while in motion.
And he was like, my coworker is in the next room with a broken back. You can look up the interview.
I mean, I'm sure it's out there. It's not going to be easy to find.
But they don't bring up Mothman.
They don't bring up Mothman, but that's because they weren't from town. The people that were in town were the ones that were all like, yeah, we saw Mothman for months leading up to the Silver Bridge collapsing.
Yep.
But yeah, I bet they were tripping balls during the last moments of their life. Just landing into a fucking a huge bath of acid water.
I hope not.
I'm just saying.
I mean, as long as their death was pleasant.
It's
not a horrible fucking trip.
I mean, it's a horrible tragedy.
Yeah.
But if you're tripping balls when it's happening.
As long as it's not a bad trip.
Well, that makes things a little bit different.
A little bit.
Like this much. I mean, shards of glass in my eye is going to change a little bit.
Yeah. If you're, in the car.
You're drowning while tripping. Oh, that's brutal.
And they go into extreme detail of like, oh, well, the bridge was worked on this day. It probably just blah, 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 blah.
Oh, no. We'll get into that. We'll get into what actually happened with the bridge.
Yeah.
Remember the word islets.
Islets? Oh.
Yeah, islets.
Right.
So,
descriptions of the Mothman consistently mention its imposed size, standing at around 6 to 7 feet tall.
Even though some reports have said up to 10 feet tall. But I don't know.
Exactly. And then they say wingspan is up to 10 feet. Witnesses recall its unnerving, as they call it, unnerving eyes, muscular body covered in dark grayish fur, ability to fly at high speeds.
Yeah, some people have said
gray, different colors,
brown. I think it, depending on.
And they say the eyes are like what, 6 inches apart?
That
or
was the
some
other
shit?
thing that
Yeah.
gets me is that like the detail of 6 inches apart, the eyes. That one woman who pretty much popularized the idea that like Mothman has these big red eyes.
Yeah.
She also said that they're 6 inches apart, and it makes me wonder like do people forget about that detail, or do
I
people
think
just
so.
not know
Yeah.
about that detail? So I don't know.
I wonder.
Yeah.
I wonder.
And how
I
does she
really
know
do.
they were 6 inches apart? Was she just thinking?
She's
she, like-
counting. She had time to. The Mothman was eye to eye with her, and they were making sweet, sweet love by the fire.
Oh, and then she was looking at the
There's so
space
many
between.
jokes about people in Mothman. Mothman gives good head. So I'm just like,
Ugh.
I mean,
Oh,
maybe she was making sweet love to Mothman.
I bet
know.
you he gives good head. You're probably right
I have
about
no
that.
idea. That's what. Nope. That's what all the people that have put that out there in the.
Hey, we did find that one Webtoons comic about the person who found out
yeah.
their boyfriend was actually the Mothman in secret.
Yeah. How cute.
Could you imagine? Jesus.
And that's their real way of saying, I've been sleeping in my furry suit this whole time.
Yeah. I actually, my partner is a furry, and they prefer their fursona is definitely Mothman.
I mean, a lot of real fursona or furry people are gonna dispute that because that's not. A
well, yeah,
furry
because
thing.
moth is a bug. That's
Yeah, it's
not.
a bug.
Yeah, but
But
moths
correct us if you want to
are
write
furry.
to it.
They are a furry bug.
True.
Mm.
You gotta debate with the furries. Go
I'll
to
take
the
that up
furry-
with some furries.
Yeah, go to the furry community. But nobly, the cryptid is often associated with the supernatural phenomenon, and the Mothman Prophecies, which is a book by John Keel. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Keel. I saw that as different. Okay, spelling. Sorry. Explores alleged connections between sightings of the creature and strange occurrences, including the tragic collapse of the Silver Bridge that we already spoke of.
Mm-hmm.
Some theories connected the eyewitness accounts to the presence of UFOs and the paranormal phenomenon in the area during the time. 31 vehicles plunged into the water, taking 64 people with them.
And that makes me wonder. Okay, 64 people and
Yeah.
31 cars. That's at least. Okay, never mind. I was gonna try to do some math there, and it was bad.
I'm not.
That means
even
that there was
trying
like
to do math with that one.
2.04 people in each car.
I mean,
It's just a
shit,
whole
it
thing.
could be, yeah, exactly. In the end, 46 victims lost their lives on that fatal day. Tragically, 2 of the bodies were never found. 2? Only 2?
There were 2.
2 bodies were never found. Aliens!
I'm just saying, maybe 2 of those bodies.
I'm just saying, aliens.
One of them could have been Mothman.
I don't
Just
know,
saying.
aliens.
Just saying.
I'm gonna say aliens. I'm not gonna say Mothman, I'm gonna say aliens. And 9 other people were left injured. Early in the months leading up to the Silver Bridge collapse. Sorry about that. Multiple. I'm just like tripping on my words over here. Multiple locals have reported seeing a mysterious creature in and around Point Pleasant. They described the legendary Mothman as a 7-foot. Now they're just saying. Now they're sticking with 7 foot.
The only other
go
thing
from
that they
6 to
add after
7.
that is that he can fly.
Ah,
Apparently, he can fly as fast as 100
Wingspan-
miles an hour.
really? Wingspan of 10 feet.
Mhm.
Yeah. That okay. That's interesting.
Yeah, he's got 10 feet for wings.
Yeah, 10 feet of wings.
10 feet.
Yeah. Well, then they're doing the plushie wrong because the plushie only has. I still gotta find it to show you.
It's a plushie.
It looks
They don't
like
care
my
about
plague
being.
doctor without
They
wings.
don't. They
This
don't
little
care.
dude doesn't have
They
wings.
don't care. They don't care.
But it's the same company,
So,
and they didn't give him this one wings
why would a plague doctor have wings?
because
Why not?
I said so.
Angel
Why
of
not?
Death.
Yeah, exactly.
That's another nickname for the Mothman.
It should be.
No, it really is.
Oh, it is.
Mhm.
Oh shit. Well, that's fucking awesome.
Well, to be fair, I mean, they're also that goes along with some, angelic interpretations of the Mothman that I don't really prefer.
Oh yeah, we skipped out on that one because it's just.
Yep.
No point.
Not really.
You can do your own research and
Not really our cup of
if
tea.
you'd like to. Yeah.
And we encourage.
Yeah.
Do your own research. And by do your own research, I mean YouTube. YouTube is do your
I
own
mean
research.
Google as well. That's what we did. That's what I did.
No, I'm making fun of the people that are just like, yeah, well, I know the Earth isn't round. Unless it may or may not be flat. It's probably not flat, but it definitely ain't round. I did my own research. I have YouTube.
Listen here. Don't you want to talk about the first sightings?
Yes, I do.
I
I'll take this part.
I'm lazy.
I'm Vera.
I'm glad you're taking this part. I'm lazy as fuck.
So in let's see, November 12th, 1966, in Clendenin, West Virginia, a group of gravediggers working in a cemetery spotted something strange. As they glanced up from their work, they saw something huge soared over their heads.
It was like cheep cheep.
It was all like.
Yeah, you're doing a Shane thing. That's what Shane did too.
Oh, Shane did that?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
I showed it to you. He was doing that sound, then he was like,
See, I picture him chewing on a shirt.
Yeah, that too. Just that's the sound I hear. I'm over here watching you grave dig.
Here I am. Here I am.
I'm
all right.
Mothman.
All right. It was a massive figure that was moving rapidly from tree to tree. Like a monkey.
Like a monkey.
The gravediggers would later describe this as a brown human being. Sounds a little racially motivated.
I'm
just saying, they said going from tree to tree.
Hold on. How do you go from gray to brown to, I've heard other stories reading online and shit, white. Other people have said white feathers. Alright. It's either
white
a death
feathers
moth.
sounds like a
moth.
bird.
Let's just say it's a death moth.
I mean, if it's white
It's
feathers.
just bigger because they were tripping on acid.
Based on that theory we're gonna get
Yeah.
into at the very end, I'm just saying sounds like something else.
Sounds like a thing. We'll get there.
The gravediggers. I already said that. This would be the first reported sighting of what would become known as the Mothman. Yeah, obviously. Let's just fucking skip all that.
What? We wrote all of that. All right.
Just 3 days after the gravediggers' initial report in nearby Point Pleasant, West Virginia, two couples noticed a white-winged creature about 6 or 7 feet tall. Maybe it's just the wings. Maybe its chest and its face are brown.
But they said, good point. All right.
Or gray. I don't know.
Good point. It could have been really dark at night, and they were
white or gray. At nighttime, gray, white.
I mean, kind of. When I had silver hair, it didn't look gray, really.
But they said they saw it standing in front of the car they were sitting in. So they got a pretty close view of it.
They were doing acid.
Oh, you know what? It was the 60s.
Yeah. They were smoking the marijuana.
I'll get some of that marijuana.
Some people have marijuana psychosis.
The marijuana cigarette.
So maybe they got scared. Maybe it was a serial killer. Maybe it was Ed Bundy.
Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy. Why did they call him Ed Bundy? Who the fuck is Ed Bundy?
He does look like an Ed.
He does. Who the fuck is Ed Bundy? Someone tell me.
Wait. 1D or 2?
I'm gonna say 1.
Any more than 1D is too many.
It is too many, yeah. I'm gonna say 1.
Because what are you gonna do with 2 Ds? I mean, what are you gonna double fist it?
No, I'm gonna say it's double.
You gonna play with 2 Ds at the same time?
No, I'm gonna say it's D&D. Don't be dirty. I'm gonna say don't be purdy. Don't be dirty.
E-double-D?
No.
E-D&D.
D&D. I'm gonna play a Mothman D&D.
Eyewitnesses Roger Scarberry and Steve Mallet. These sound like
It sounds like Nickelodeon.
Sounds like Nickelodeon.
Scarberry.
You're right. That's even better. What I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it sounds like a fucking Stephen King novel.
It does. Yeah.
It sounds like both. Anyway, they told the local newspaper, the Point Pleasant Register, that the beast had bright red eyes about 6 inches apart. See, 6 inches, about one.
How'd they have the time to do that?
They whipped out the tape measure and no, really, they were like, that looks like it's about the same size as my husband's wiener.
Oh no.
It's about a hot dog apart.
Oh no.
A whole hot dog.
I don't even want to think about that. No.
Anyway, a wingspan of 10 feet, consistent, and the apparent urge to avoid bright headlights of the car.
Okay.
which goes against what we know about moths.
Mm-hmm.
Most moths would be like, ooh, pretty light.
Exactly. It's gonna be like light.
No, he's
Cloth,
like,
light. Do you know what that makes me think of? You want me to tell you a joke?
oh God, I live for this.
Do you want to know how you can defeat Mothman?
Oh God. Just say it.
Mothballs.
Oh, you. The old lady secret.
Yeah.
The old ladies would be
Yeah.
fine.
They'd be fine.
They'd be rolling up in their station wagon with mothballs in the car.
Exactly. They're gonna
They'd be
be
just
fine.
fine.
They gotta teach the youngsters.
But my thought on this is like why he doesn't like light is because he's like, I just got clean. I can't start doing the lights again. I'm gonna end up like my fucking cousin Terry.
Oh no, cousin Terry.
Cousin Terry, he got burnt alive because he just couldn't
He's busy
help
munching
himself.
clothing still. He just ignores the lights and munching clothing.
This is what happens. You get so
He
fucking
likes
enamored
silk
by the light.
now. He likes silk now, so he has a problem.
Silk?
Yeah.
Oh no, he got more classy about it.
Mhm. What's classier than silk?
Nothing.
What?
That's what I'm saying. His tastes have evolved. He's
elk
into
clothing?
silk now.
Like elk fur?
Silk.
No, I'm talking about elk fur. Is that classier? He eats fur now?
I'm
I
confused.
broke you. I'm sorry.
I'm broken.
Alright. Alright.
They knew this only because it allegedly chased their vehicle to the outskirts of town in the air. Jesus Christ. Then scuttled into
Jesus.
a. Yep, it's that.
He does not belong here.
He chased their vehicle and they screamed, Jesus Christ. Chased the vehicle to the outskirts of town in the air. That's right, the car was in the air, not Mothman.
No, Mothman was. No.
Then scuttled into a nearby field and disappeared.
That is some old class wording right there. Scuttered.
Scuttled?
Scuttled?
Scutterled?
Scuttled?
Scutterled? They were doing scutterals?
They
They were all like, oh my god,
it's
Mothman!
Where did you read that? Scutterled? Is that
Scuttled?
a word?
No, I fucked up.
Oh,
I fucked up.
You tricked me. No, I
English
didn't.
isn't my first language.
Wow, I got tricked with that one. I am so naive that I believed scuttled was an old word. I feel
scuttled?
like a dumbass. I need to get a dictionary. I've gotten so old that I don't understand English.
Take
language
another sip
anymore.
of your mixed drink.
It's not a mixed drink, it's water. Shut the fuck up.
It's mixed water. Water mixed with minerals and
Right?
alcohol
No.
and flavor and sugar.
No.
There's a little bit of Satan at the bottom.
I'm a Mothman.
Ah!
Fight through.
Fighter of the
I can't get over the
CIA.
lyrics you came up with. You lied at the beginning. She came up with that in 2 minutes. And she said, I came up with it like a while ago.
Stop telling them my secrets.
No, that's a compliment to you that you came up with. You don't want to give yourself compliments.
I just didn't want to make the intro sound like it was staged.
I don't give a shit.
I give a shit.
I'm going to tell everybody I staged it.
My life is a stage, okay? It's a stage.
We're such a fucking...
Scarberry.
I'm a sky mirror.
Scarberry
Sky-
insisted to
I'm a
this newspaper
Skyberry.
journalist that the apparition couldn't have been a figment of
Oh,
his imagination. He
Shit.
assured the
I lost my
newspaper.
spot.
He assured the paper.
So not scripted.
He-
I gotta follow where I'm at.
He was arguing with the paper. The paper.
Paperboy.
He was arguing with the paper,
Oh, no,
insisting,
the paperboy.
I know what I saw.
Oh, poor little paperboy. He's just trying to make 50 cents. And this, like, angry old man in his 50s. I know what I saw.
Exactly.
This had 6 feet apart, the red eyes. and
6
stuff.
feet between the eyes.
And
I
they
mean,
were
6
gray
inches.
in color of the furry.
He was gray and he had
And
a
he was eating
fucking,
my underwear.
he had a 12-inch dong. And let me tell you about them cheeks.
We were not talking about dogs.
Let me talk about them cheeks, boy.
No. We were talking about clothing. It was eating his clothing first. No
Apparently,
dogs.
what he said to the paper was,
Yeah.
if I hadn't seen it myself, I wouldn't have said anything. But there were 4 of us who saw it.
Really?
Yeah, he said there were 4 of them.
4 of them.
There was 4 Scarberries.
4 of them.
Yeah, they were all
4
like peas
of
in a pod.
them.
Yeah,
Holy
4
shit.
people saw it.
All right.
At first, reporters were skeptical. In the papers,
I would
they
be
called
too.
the Mothman a bird and a mysterious creature.
Yep.
However, they did print Mallet's description. It was like a man with wings.
The man with wings, you say?
I mean,
Could be a
Moth
cosplayer, but not back then.
puts the man in Mothman.
It does. Now I have the hiccup.
Now it's your turn. Now this is the
No,
Hiccup
no.
Podcast. Welcome to the Hiccup Podcast, where your two trans people are hosting. Yay.
No, I'm lucky enough to only hiccup once. It's a fluke thing if I get hiccups like what you have.
I hiccup every day of my
I
life.
cry
It's
if I get
because
hiccups the way you have right now.
It's because I got GERT. It's
You
not
got the GERT?
It's not the GERT.
No.
I got the dirt.
You'd be talking like corpse over here if you had the GERT.
Yeah, I'd be talking like this all the time. Yeah.
I wish I could do that.
So,
The best I could do is not even close.
but more and more sightings were reported
Oh, we're doing a
in
whisper corpse thing.
Point Pleasant area over the next year, and the legend of the Mothman
Oh,
took
yeah.
shape.
Oh yeah. Corpse, get out of here. Are
Shape.
you paying rent?
No, I just wanted to get a glimpse of that sweet, sweet pussy.
What pussy?
The one on the wall.
She's not on the wall. Lucy's not on the wall. She's under the. Where is Lucy? Anyway, cat is missing. Lost pussy. Can you find it? I'm gonna put up a picture of a pussy
MIA.
and say lost pussy.
No, we gotta report it to the milk company. We get a picture of Lucid on a milk carton.
I don't think they do that anymore.
Why not?
They don't. That was in the 60s.
Are you telling me? Hold on. No one ever
They
thought.
stopped doing in the 90s. My bad. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying. No one ever thought to put their missing cat on a milk carton.
Nope, not anymore. They don't do that anymore.
Well, we're doing it.
Nope.
I'm doing
Nope,
this. I'm
you're
making this a
gonna-
meme.
Nope, you're gonna have to spend
I'm making
money.
it a meme.
Nope, you're gonna have to
I'm
spend
making
money.
it a meme.
Alright.
You can't stop me.
Nope.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Sandstorm. No, we're gonna get copyright. Oh no.
The Silver Bridge collapses.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Oh shit.
Do you
Wait,
want to take
again?
this or am I taking
Wait, where
this?
did you leave off? What the fuck?
I
Where am I?
I finished.
Who am I? Get off my lawn! Fucking Mothman.
I finished.
That's what she said.
Oh.
Sorry. Where am I? Scarberry insisted to the. Oh.
Silver Bridge collapse.
My bad.
There we go.
My bad. I'm so sorry. From the very beginning.
Now here's the deal, everybody.
It's
This
so
is
much.
this is what we know about the Silver Bridge
The
collapse.
builders cut corners.
Yeah.
They
They
were
were-
lazy.
They were rounding
They're
off
like
those
nowadays.
corners.
No.
Yeah.
They're like nowadays where one's working really hard. No, two of them are working really, really hard. And then 5 of them are standing around smoking a cigarette, just eating food.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, why?
Meanwhile, the person
What are you
who's
doing?
running the entire operation is all like, "Yeah, I bought these parts on Temu."
It was originally meant to be suspended with traditional wire cables.
Yep.
Back then?
Mhm.
They're
They knew how to
on
do that back then.
crack. Are you sure?
They knew how to do that back then. That's why they called
However-
them traditional wire cables. They were
That
doing that
makes
shit
sense.
back then. I ain't no fucking architect or a
I'm not
bridge builder or
either.
nothing. I'm just saying.
Yeah. However, an alternative build for an eye-bar design. What's an eye-bar?
I-bar, not eyelet. Okay. I-bar
I-bar.
design, which ended up being cheaper.
Yeah. Plus, this design would make the bridge one of the first structures of the kind in the U.S.
Yep.
Okay.
One of.
One of them.
Which would have made
But
Point
back
Pleasant
then, why
even
wouldn't-
more pleasant.
Then why
They have
would
a
they want to
fancy
do the
bridge. original?
original? They just want to save money. No wonder why it fucking
Yep.
collapsed. And then
Yep.
they gotta blame some weird
Yep.
creature.
America, cutting corners. We're going to make it cheaper. We're going to get the parts from China.
Yeah. But decades later, its design failed to meet modern standards.
Mhm.
When the Silver Bridge was first built in the 1920s, the average car weighed about 1,500 pounds. By the 1960s, most cars weighed about 3,000 pounds.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
So the average
Alright.
car weight pretty much doubled.
That's
And they
interesting.
didn't take that into account when they built the bridge,
Yeah.
which to
That
me is just
explains
like,
everything.
okay,
Yeah.
they only accounted for a certain amount of weight load.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That
That's
explains everything. Yeah.
Yeah. 31 cars. You got 31 times 93,000.
Yeah.
That's more math than my brain can fathom, but I'm going to guess
That explains everything.
and say 15,000 pounds.
They
No.
should have had a sign up that said 1 car at a time or 2 cars at a time.
Oh my God. They needed to put a stoplight in front of that fucking
Yeah.
bridge.
Like,
Or
alright,
maybe that was-
guys,
They had
two cars
stoplights back then, right?
Yeah, they did. But not as modern as nowadays, but...
All right, so 93,000 pounds
Mhm.
chilling on that bridge, not even including the 64 people.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's a lot of fucking weight. It was easily over maybe 95,000. I don't know. It's just too much weight. Excuse me. It was too much weight for the fucking bridge to handle. But still, the Silver Bridge was inspected somewhat regularly. And after one inspection in 1965, the structure underwent about $30,000 in repair.
Yeah.
And in 1965, that's a lot of fucking money.
That is a lot of money, yeah.
2 further inspections followed in the summer of 1967, but no one would be able to detect the crucial problem with one of the bridge's eye bars.
So they just kind of half-assed it.
They
And then people claim they saw a Mothman.
Well, this was beforehand.
Honestly, it makes me think
Maybe
of...
around this time.
It makes me think of the whole stories of people near death and or not near death and, sleep paralysis or whatever you call it. I always pronounce it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Where they see a creature with a hat.
Oh, like
Man.
the hat Shadow Man?
Yeah, a Shadow Man.
Yeah, your sleep
But
paralysis
these people,
demon.
They're seeing a Mothman. They're near death.
But
I don't
they're not
know.
asleep when this happened.
No,
it's not
they're
near
awake.
death because the Mothman sightings that led up to the Silver Bridge collapsing
Yeah.
all happened beforehand. It was months beforehand. It wasn't
Oh, true. Good
it wasn't
point.
during the near death experience.
Good point. Good point.
Um
Very interesting.
Though these eye bars were vital to the structural integrity of the bridge, there was no way to properly inspect them without taking them apart. So no one knew that the eye bar had become defective until it was too late.
Okay.
So, to the collapse. It was December 15th, 1967, around 5 p.m. A pregnant woman named Charlene Wood was driving home from work, and she went over the Silver Bridge. But then she noticed a vibration beneath her and reversed her car.
Of course she did.
She had good instinct.
Yeah. It's just so random. Pregnant lady backs up. She fucking called it.
Yeah, she backed that thing up, and then she watched the bridge collapse.
Yeah.
She was
No,
shaking that thing.
I get it. Well, alright. I believe their story.
Just as she made it back
luck
to the
for her.
precipice, the bridge gave out in front of her. That's a terrifying sight.
How would she not birth her child in that moment? I would shit my
I
pants.
guess it depends on how far along she was.
Oh, good point.
If she was only a couple months in or second trimester or
Well,
something,
then why
then
point out she's pregnant?
because she's pregnant.
Yeah.
It's noteworthy.
She told everyone, "I'm pregnant," and my baby told me.
Oh,
My baby told me that this bridge is gonna collapse, and I didn't
my
fucking hear it.
baby was the Mothman. He gave me a warning about the bridge
You're
collapsing.
Mickey Mouse now.
Yeah.
Oh no. So, what? Like State Trooper Rudy? What is his last?
Rudy Odell.
Rudy
Yeah.
Odell was one of the first responders on the scene.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Rudy Odell. Doesn't it sound like a talk show host? Rudy Odell here.
No, this makes me think of those old radio hosts.
Oh yeah.
Hey, now, my name is Rudy Odell, one of the first responders at the scene. When we got there, 31 cars and 64 people had already fallen into the Ohio River. Whoa!
No, it sounds like now you're making it sound like the horse races back then. 'Cause
Yeah,
you're
like the
talking really
newscasters.
fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can't help but think of Has-Been Hotel when you said
Oh, that
when
guy.
you said radio talk show host person. I thought of like
Mhm.
I forgot his name.
Astaroth? Or
Alistair.
No,
No, it's Alistair.
it is Alistair.
It is Alistair.
But Alistair, his voice is based on those old radio
I know, and I
sounds.
love it
So it's
because
so cool.
before he was killed and became a demon. In the
Spoiler.
show. I know.
Spoiler
It
alert.
shouldn't be
If
a
you haven't
spoiler,
seen
just-
Has Been Hotel, Alistair dies.
Yeah, he was actually a human at one point, and he was murdered. But he was a serial killer too.
What I find interesting is that he was a human before, then became a demon.
Yep.
But
he
most
was,
demons used to be angels.
right? So the story of Has-Been Hotel, it's kind of like random, but it's a good show. I just hate the singing.
Yeah.
But anyway, not to go off sidebar here. Where we leave off?
Oh, I was gonna see if you
I
wanted
lost-
to take it.
I
I got
my
it.
spot. I'm so sorry.
But I read this part earlier, but,
Oh, but
I
the
did
end
it
of
in
the night-
newscaster voice.
Yeah, 46 people had either drowned in the water or died on impact, as sections of the bridge landed on top of their vehicles. That's fucking depressing.
Brutal.
Mm.
Makes me think of like a Marvel scene where like there's a huge like superhero fight and there's just pieces of building and bridges falling over everywhere.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I feel for them, and even like Mothman did it.
Can I do funny voices for these parts?
Go for it?
Okay.
I can't do it for you.
Odell recalls, I could hear them hollering for help. There was nothing I could do. It was a long way out of the river.
God damn it, Mickey! Are you paying rent?
It was a long way out into the water.
Damn it, Mickey!
It could take weeks for
How
the
did it
victims
go
to be
from
recovered.
corpse to Mickey?
Huh?
Mickey, did you possess a corpse?
No.
I don't even know what corpse looks like. He always wears a mask in front of me.
Exactly.
Yeah, so who are you?
See, here's the funny thing about this. Okay?
Uh-huh.
I got nothing.
Yeah, exactly! Damn it, corpse! Stop pretending to be Mickey!
Sorry.
Why? Why? Are you
Uh,
bored? Did you talk about Mothman in your old clips and shit?
I got
think you
tired
did.
of doing this deep voice all the time.
So
yeah.
you can do two different voices.
I mean, it's just simple voice acting.
Oh shit! So what do you really sound
Yeah.
like, corpse?
I actually sound like this.
I've actually
Huh?
made the joke of Vera that she's really corpse. She does a good job with the voice.
On a good day.
I can't do it.
Today's not a good day because I got the
I-
hiccups.
I can't do it. This is best I can do.
Mhm.
I'm corpse. That's all I can do.
It wasn't until April of
This is
1971
in ASMR.
when the National Transportation Safety Board finally revealed the cause of the
Corpse,
Silver
get the
Bridge
fuck
disaster.
out of here! I gotta go all the way in the back so it sounds like a far away, like, well, opening
That
the door.
terrible impression of corpse is what all the fuckboys on TikTok sound like. You know, all the ones
They're
that
like the you buy them on Temu.
the
It's
kind of
like-
fuckboys you buy like
So you want to buy a Temu Corpse Bride lookalike?
yeah,
Yeah.
great value brand.
Great value brand.
Great
yeah.
value brand,
I forgot
brand
that
corpse.
was the, yeah.
They all have the shitty hand tattoo and the shitty neck tattoo.
I don't remember seeing a
and the
hand
chunky
tattoo
cross
in his interview
earrings.
with Padilla, but I would have to rewatch the interview. I didn't know he had a hand tattoo.
But in case you couldn't understand corpse saying what happened there, it wasn't until April of 1971 that the National Transportation Safety Board finally revealed the cause of the Silver Bridge disaster. What kind of a fracture was
no.
it?
It sounds like a horrible one.
What kind of a fracture was it? What kind of a fracture was it?
A back fracture? I'm gonna
It was a cleavage fracture.
Oh,
Yeah.
got
You
it.
know what really happened? Okay.
Titties.
Mothman dropped it like it was hot.
It was booty. 'Cause
That's what really
the
happened.
The statue in their city. Woo.
You see,
He has a
Mothman was
back tattoo
twerking in
now.
front of the bridge, and he went to do a death drop. You know what a death drop is, right?
I do. I've seen
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Mothman was throwing it down, all right?
Was he,
And then he
though?
did a death drop, and as soon as he hit on the bridge,
So is he half human?
just went down.
Are you sure?
he's half man, half moth.
Mm.
I mean, they're half man,
So
half
it
moth.
has a booty, but not a bunch of other things.
I mean, they might have.
So it's not
Cleavage.
a Mothman. It's a moth creature.
Yes, it's a cryptid.
Bam!
Bam.
Everybody calls it a Mothman. It's not a man.
Well, they mean. They
But
just
their
mean moth human.
appearances,
They just
right?
mean moth human.
But their appearances.
But it
too,
is
they're
sexist in nature
It
to
is
refer to
pretty sexist.
all humankind
Oh.
as man
Nah, that's fine.
when we all originate from women.
Do you?
We all originate from whammon,
Whoa!
and
I
we all
thought
start off as whammon in the
Whoa.
womb.
Whoa, PewDiePie, what are you doing here now?
I can't do that man's voice.
I know.
I couldn't
his
even
voice
try.
is very difficult. Swedish voice is very difficult.
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't know how much Swedish fish I'd have to eat in order to get that voice.
I mean, it depends. Licorice or the original?
Original,
Mm.
duh.
Mhm.
Definitely original.
Really?
As much as I love licorice, original.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
fuck with that OG
think
Swedish
so?
fish. Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
oh.
All right.
But yeah,
Well,
They-
the appearances in wait, hold on. Mothman's appearance is an omen, right? Right, everyone, right?
yeah.
So they say.
So they say.
While the cause of death, a deadly collapse.
death.
Wow, sorry. I kind of just put my own words in that one.
Yeah, fuck it.
You know, I'm giving away that we all have notes here. While the cause of deadly collapse would later be revealed as a construction issue, coupled with a overload of traffic. That's such an obvious one. It's an overload of traffic.
It was both. It was both. It was
It was all right.
It was the cleavage fracture caused
Cleavage.
by a critical size flaw
Yeah.
over the 40-year life of the structure and the result of the joint action of stress corrosion and corrosion fatigue, which
Mhm.
was, the part we forgot to read in the last part.
Yeah.
But all of that in addition to the overload of traffic. And then some wondered whether the tragic disaster was caused by something far more ominous. Ooh.
I mean, all right.
After all, throughout the late 1960s, many witnesses in and around Point Pleasant had reportedly seen the legendary Mothman.
I want to know who named this place, this town.
Point Pleasant?
Yeah.
We'd
I'm
have
pointing
to
at
ask the
something
settlers.
pleasant. That is so dumb.
We'd have to ask the settlers and go all the way
They
back in our
pointed at,
way
like, a
back machine. We could
pleasant-
probably ask Cornstalk. I
You
bet
know
you he
what?
knows about
You
it.
know what? Cornstalk?
Don't worry, guys, listeners. You're probably wondering what the hell we're talking about with this
Yeah.
Cornstalk shit. We'll get into it in a minute. You just got to be patient with us.
I bet you it was a land of lavender, and that's why he pointed at lavender, like a whole land of lavender, and said, "That's pleasant." And then the other one next to him was like,
No.
"It's called Point Pleasant."
This just added a whole other level of depth to the story. It's actually, Point Pleasant is actually just like Lavender Town.
Oh shit!
Lavender
shit.
Town syndrome.
That makes
Bum,
sense.
bum,
I
bum.
could see that. Though the flying humanoid. I said 100. Wow. Though the flying humanoid creature with bright red eyes, I would just say crimson eyes, not bright eyes.
I mean,
It makes
it's
more
red
sense.
eyes. They're big. They're red. They look like stoplights. You
And
know.
It's just like, oh, it's outlandish against an urban legend. I don't know.
Oh.
The Silver Bridge Club. They keep talking about Silver fucking Bridge. I don't care.
And I keep wanting to call it the Silver City Bridge.
I'm just motioning. I'm breaking my phone. This is like a fucking Silver Bridge bullshit. We get it. You guys believe it fucked up the Silver Bridge. No, it didn't. You guys just, no.
No.
They just want to
No.
sit there and blame it on
No.
some creature that could be an alien
No.
or something else that we're going to say later.
I think historically, if history has taught us anything, it's that people, whenever something tragic happens,
Yeah.
or like something that causes trauma
There's a
on a
ghost.
massive amount of people, they would rather go with
Aliens.
the placebo rather than the bitter pill.
But what if it's real?
But
What if
the
it's
story of
what
Mothman
if it's
is
real?
more appealing than some bridge builders cut some corners. They're like,
yeah.
fuck that.
But then
No,
why did they see
believe
a
me,
creature?
it was a giant man with moth wings. It was this guy.
When did they see it though? A gargoyle?
It's not a gargoyle,
I know,
goddammit.
I know,
You-
but I keep thinking of a gargoyle.
But that does remind me, Mothman being in Fallout 76, they were the first
Yeah.
ones to come up with a Mothman gargoyle, which I think is cool.
It is pretty
It
cool.
is-
but
it
I
was a
didn't get
pretty
to
cool
play it
structure.
yet. I thought I bought it.
PlayStation,
Pissed
doing
off.
PlayStation stuff.
Fuck you, PlayStation. In 1975, after John Keel linked the Mothman claims to the Silver Bridge disaster in his book, The Mothman Prophecies. His story is a big reason why Point Pleasant is now a famous place for conspiracy theories and
Ufologists?
yes.
I knew you were going to need help with that one.
Yeah, thank you.
Well,
That's a-
the funny thing is, there's like two
Ufo-
ways you could say it. I've heard people
How
say
is-
ufologists or ufologists.
I was gonna say that one.
I don't know. I
No,
think
you're
it's just
right. I was about to
ufologists.
say the second one. Some believe that,
Ufologists.
yeah, that the Mothman had tried to... Oh. God damn. Some believe that the Mothman had tried to warn people of the bridge collapse. I've heard that many times about reading up on Mothman. But others think that the beast caused it to happen.
Makes sense.
Aligned Mothman activity aside, there's no doubt that the Silver Bridge collapse was one of the worst. Okay, so it's one of the worst collapse of, you know.
It's one of the worst bridge disasters
back
in U.S.
that
history.
day. Yeah.
But you know,
that would happen so randomly. Yeah.
It did happen randomly, and it's weird because we just had one in Baltimore not that long ago, and it was a pretty big deal. The death toll,
And
I
people
believe, was
claim
higher than this one.
They
And
claim
there,
it as Mothman too, right?
some people said that they saw Mothman there, but I really just think, oh, bridge collapse, Mothman.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't see
Possibility.
anything that really was kind of credible.
Yeah.
Just, you know, some eyewitness claims, which I'm
Yeah.
not saying an eyewitness claim isn't, like, there's no validity to an
Yeah.
eyewitness claim. I'm just saying I need more than just a couple people saying they saw it, you know?
I agree.
But now this is the exciting part for me, Cornstalk's Curse.
Oh yeah.
Bum, bum,
This was
bum.
fascinating. I didn't know about this at all until Vera told me about it.
Now
so-
we're going to get in our Wayback Machine here. Ready?
Hmm?
Time travel ready.
Wait, can I get Doctor Who involved?
Yes.
All right, let me get my.
Are we getting in a phone booth now?
Yeah.
We're not going to change into Superman. We're just going to go in the past.
Be ready for once you get into the time booth.
Uh-huh.
Don't say out loud that this seems bigger on the inside.
That's what she said.
He's gonna make the same joke,
Which is?
the same thing you just said.
Oh, that's what she...
Doctor
Are
Who
you
has made that.
fucking
No, I'm not
kidding
kidding you. It's
Are
a great.
You fucking...
I love that. I used to love that show, but I haven't watched it in a while, so I would have to rewatch
Wait,
it.
even though I'm not a fan of Doctor Who,
Doctor Who is a great show.
which Doctor? Was
My
it each
favorite
doctor? Was
Doctor-
every Doctor saying
Every
that?
doctor, no.
Oh.
Every doctor was different. The only doctors I really like that I can remember is 9 and 10. Dr. Tennant and I forgot the second one's name, but they're great. I'm pretty sure Tennant made that joke or Dr.
I don't know a
I might be
damn
saying
thing
his
about
name wrong.
this show.
I'm sorry, it's been a while since I watched Doctor Who. The last time I watched it was 2017.
Sure.
I don't know. As you can tell, she can see the face I'm making when I try to remember the years. I miss that show, but it's been forever.
I don't know how I feel about going through and watching it all. That's a lot of show.
I would recommend, if you're going to watch Doctor Who and you never watched it before, you don't have to start at Doctor Who the first Doctor.
No, you could pick it up at any season, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's just like American
But
Horror
you're going to
Story,
be a little
except
confused.
worse. I mean, better.
No, you're going to be a little confused.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Every doctor, when they die, they become a different person, but they're the same person.
Oh.
They look different.
What
but
I
they're
do
supposed to
know
have a
is
different
that there was
character.
a woman doctor and a black man doctor.
Of course, yeah. So basically, once the doctor dies, they just
Mm-hmm.
reincarnate and look a different way.
That's pretty cool. I mean, it makes for a series that has no foreseeable
The UK
end.
has some good shit out there.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
a
you got
UK
Shaun of the
show.
Dead. That's one of my
Exactly.
favorite British movies.
Yeah, you got red on you. Sorry.
I almost looked. That's the sad part. I
Yeah.
almost fall for it every time.
It's a great movie.
But let's talk about Cornstalk.
Yeah.
If that really even
Question
is
for you
his
real quick,
name.
though, sidebar,
Oh,
because that's
God.
what we do on this.
Oh boy.
If I got bit by a zombie, would you lock me up in your shed and keep me alive like Sean did to his best friend?
Oh,
I'm your partner and best friend, so would you do
Oh,
that or would
fuck.
you shoot me in the head?
No, I would pull Michonne. I'd rip your jaw off and I'd keep you around. I'd just keep you around that
you'd
way.
rip my jaw off. What if I feel
That way
it?
you can't bite me.
What the fuck?
What sounds worse, keeping you locked up in a shed
But I can still
or
play
carrying
video
you
games.
around on a leash?
At the end of the that's worse. Everybody write to us. What do you think?
I would rather
on.
Michonne your ass,
No, I
Then
gotta
keep
stay
you
on
in
a
a gut-
leash. I'm not furry.
but at least I can take you around with me.
I want to sit in the shed and play video. Okay, he's on a leash too. I forgot.
And I think I'd
He's on
do
a
one
leash, too.
better than the samurai sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
gotta
just
find a
break my
fucking
jaw with your
chakram.
hand. Just,
I would have to. I'd have to find a way.
that's fucked.
Either with
That is fucked. Even though you could ask me the same question.
you know what? as much as I want to have a giant chakram sword like Tina or Tira, I think it is
But
from
do you
Soul
remember
Calibur.
how many times have you seen Shaun of the Dead? Do you remember what he did to his best friend? He puts him in the shed. He
And then
does.
they just-
I remember now.
Yeah, he's
he
got a
did
collar
have
around his
Yeah,
neck.
he had a collar. He had
And
a
all
chain.
they just
And
sat
they
down and played
gamed.
video games.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. That
But he
sounds
tried
great.
biting him.
That sounds great. But
Yeah.
do you think a zombie's gonna know how to play video games?
Mm,
Fuck no. It's a
No.
comedy. The
Yeah.
movie's a comedy. It's not
Yeah,
meant to be
true.
serious.
Yeah.
After all, they were always going back to the bar.
Yeah.
The Westchester
That's why
or
his
the
girlfriend,
Winchester or
what's her
whatever.
face, Liz, like hated him at one point.
Yeah.
She was like, "What the fuck?"
We're always going to the Winchester.
Yeah,
Let me
poor
guess.
girl.
Let me guess.
Winchester.
We're going to the Winchester?
I feel bad for her, but she was a cunt.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah.
she was a cunt for doing that.
No, her
No.
voicemail was the thing that pissed me off about that movie the most. Bye 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 bye
Boy,
bye.
boy, boy.
I wanted-
I'm gonna leave a message to you one day when you're out at work. Boy, boy, boy.
Bye 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 bye.
Even
bye.
though I never say
We
bye
never
to you
say
on the
bye
phone.
to each other,
Yeah.
but I swear if you do that to me, I'm gonna
You're gonna know where it's from.
I'm gonna call you back immediately and be like, bye? You're saying bye? What is this, fucking Backstreet Boys? Bye 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 bye.
No, I'm gonna be like, it's Shaun of the Dead.
Mm.
Ah, shit. No, but that movie's great. This is such a sidebar. I'm so sorry.
A heavy sidebar. They
Right?
want to know about Cornstalk,
At
if
the end
that
of
really
the,
even
at
is
the
his
end of the
name.
day in Shaun of the Dead, there's a Mothman.
Oh my god.
Can you imagine remaking
Mothman
that?
Easter eggs?
Yeah,
That would be fucking
there's a little Easter egg of Mothman. His
Ah.
booty in the.
But I
shot.
will say that the same two actors that are in that movie, they do a bunch of other movies that
they
are really
do,
good.
and they're all really good.
I don't remember Hot Fuzz. I don't think I saw Hot Fuzz, but I know there was one where it had kind of like a
End
rapture.
of the world.
The
End of the world.
Yes, that one.
Yeah,
that one was
that
really
was
good.
good.
I can't remember
He was
what it's
wearing
called.
his
but-
trench coat still, trying to be badass in his 40s. Well, the
That's
rest
gonna
of them
be me. I'm gonna be in my fucking 40s and 50s, and I'm still gonna
Same.
try to do hot goth girl shit. Like I don't
Same.
care.
Yeah,
I don't
same.
care.
Yeah,
I don't
same.
give a fuck with me now.
Exactly.
Cornstalk.
Let's go trigger. That's gonna be like. That's what that movie was about, though. He was like, "Let's go to every bar," and his friends were like, "I can't drink this much. I have to go to work the next morning." He's
I
like,
have to
"You're
go to work
lame,"
tomorrow.
and he was just like getting pissed. Anyway, go.
So Cornstalk was a
Cornstalk.
Shawnee indigenous chief.
Oh, Shawnee.
Shawnee. Oh,
Makes it-
oh.
Shaun of the Dead.
See,
Shaun.
These are glitches in the Matrix you just
It
can't
is.
predict.
Yeah, we didn't even predict that.
Cornstalk was a Shawnee indigenous chief who was killed at Fort Randolph in the year 1777.
Damn.
I see 3 sevens and I think that's lucky. It wasn't lucky for
It
him.
wasn't. No,
Not for
some
him.
people say it's bad luck. 7-7.
I mean numerology. People got their own fucking opinions. It's
True.
all bullshit anyway.
My
numerology
numerology is
bullshit.
666.
Well, your angel number, that's
I know,
bullshit.
right?
And then
Haha.
mine's 777.
I'm cool as hell.
That if I didn't think it was bullshit before, I
Yeah.
definitely thought it was bullshit then.
What? Mine's real.
Yours being 666, that's when I'd start being like, angel numbers ain't so bad. But I got 777. So you know what? Fuck all
That's
you fake
twin flame
ass
shit, though.
bitches.
Think about that. It's mirroring.
Fuck
But
all
it's
you
mirroring.
fake
But
ass
it's mirroring.
bitches.
But it's mirroring. I'm 666 and you're 777.
If you're a 555, I'm
Oh,
a
god damn it.
No,
Son of a bitch.
mine should be 555. Then it would be twin flame shit.
No.
Yeah.
No. No. Because mine is archangel shit, and then you're below.
Listen. I'm trying to be all edgy and cool like Slipknot
Yeah.
over here.
Oh, okay. We gotta get
What's
our
it like to be a
masks on.
heretic?
When we're first on camera the next time.
Oh
Just
my
cam-
god.
On camera.
I would wear one of the old clown masks if I was gonna do
Oh.
that.
I mean, you know.
Either that or the first Corey Taylor mask.
Why don't you wear an Ergo Proxy?
Ergo Proxy, the Vincent Law mask is pretty sick.
Do that
But I want
one.
to do a
That
feminine
works.
version of that.
You could.
That's been my idea for Vex to
You
Hex for a
could.
while now.
You would. You should.
Cornstalk.
There you go.
Cornstalk. He was he was killed in Fort Randolph in 1777 after being taken prisoner by soldiers. Some locals claim he placed a curse on the land as he lay dying.
Goddamn.
Cornstalk led an important life as a Shawnee chief, but the details of his birth in the early years are not well documented, as wouldn't be surprised just based on America's whitewashed ass history.
Of course, yeah.
But here's what I find interesting. Cornstalk's Shawnee name, meaning, his actual fucking name, not the name that white people gave him. His actual name is Hokolesqua Sachem Cornstalk. Now, I don't really know if I buy Cornstalk being part of it, because that sounds a bit like whitewashed history. To me, personally, it sounds like
does.
white people assigning,
Yeah.
oh, Cornstalk is easier to remember than Hokolesqua Sachem.
Yeah.
But, Hokolesqua Sachem Shawnee.
Mm.
But in any case, he was killed after tensions rose from an earlier battle between Shawnee and Mingo tribes and against the Virginia militia at the Point Pleasant battle site.
Now, this makes me think of earlier when you were looking up the paranormal, to debunk it.
Yeah.
If you type up his real name,
Mhm.
are you gonna find paranormal?
You're not really going to find much about the paranormal
No,
stuff,
not
but
at all.
so the funny thing is that when we were doing our research for this episode, we were listening to the guys on the last podcast talk about it.
Yeah.
I couldn't verify some of the things they were talking about, saying like, I could verify that his body was moved twice,
Of course.
which
Yeah.
I was going to go into here in a second, but I couldn't find anything saying like lightning struck
Yeah.
as they were trying to move it. But I did
Same.
find some sources saying that that there was some like weird like vibes. Someone saying that they heard while he was kept at one of the I believe it was a courthouse or something. His body was being kept at a courthouse. People were
Oh,
saying they
shit.
heard weird noises
Yeah.
and like native drumming.
Yeah.
But that also, I don't really know how much of that I actually believe. It
It's
really
all
to me sounds.
speculation. You have to experience it from firsthand to believe in it.
I'm like
That's how
kind
I
of
am.
skeptical about it.
But that's how I am with paranormal. I want to experience it firsthand to believe. I can't just go off of like, oh, here you go. If you have evidence, hell yeah. Audio, cool. I'll listen to it. But I want to
Exactly.
experience it myself. I'm the same as you. I definitely
Give it to me.
get it. Yeah, just,
Give it
I
to
want to
me.
experience it.
Give it to me.
Corpse? No.
Sorry, I got excited.
Glorophobia.
Agoraphobia.
All
Phobia.
right, Corpse, you got me liking agoraphophobia now. I stay at home all the time now.
I actually found I used AI. I asked AI, hey, what are some of the weird and strange things that happened when they tried to move his body?
Yeah.
Well, apparently, his body was moved twice. Okay, his first relocation was in 1840. His remains were exhumed and moved to the grounds of the Mason County Courthouse in Point Pleasant. And when that happened, during the time his remains were at the courthouse, there were reports of unexplained noises and general feeling of unease among workers and visitors. Some people claimed to hear Native American chanting or drumming when no one was around.
yeah.
Then 1909 flood. The 1909 flood, a major flood hit Point Pleasant. Legend has it that while much of the town was submerged, the water mysteriously stopped at the base of Cornstalk's grave, leaving it untouched.
Mm.
But we haven't even gotten into why. I just realized we haven't even gotten into.
No.
Wait, we did say Cornstalk
did.
placed a curse on the
right.
Watt man
Yeah.
because the Watt man did some Watt man bullshit.
Of course they did.
Colonizing
What
America.
Else is new? What else is fucking new?
Miracle.
What else is fucking new?
Miracle.
No, they always do that shit. They always do white fucky shit. What else?
The curse was supposed to have lasted 200 years, which means it would have ended in 1977.
He is very strong. This What
If-
was his
If the
birth
legend
name?
is true,
Yeah.
if Hokolesqua, if the legend is true, then yes, he would have been very spiritually powerful.
Yeah.
Another one is that during the
Very much.
1954 relocation, they moved his body. This time, they moved it to the 2 Endy Way State Park. There are 2 stories of equipment malfunctions and workers experiencing inexplicable feelings of dread or illness. Some accounts
How
claim
did he die? They killed him, right?
they shot him.
They shot him. Okay.
They shot him.
Okay.
Yeah, multiple times.
I could see why
Um,
they would feel that way.
Yeah,
If
I
you're
believe firing
spiritually-
squad was the norm for the the colonizers.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
But I didn't see anything saying he died by firing squad, just that they
Yeah.
shot him.
Yep.
Some
Wonderful.
accounts claim that a storm suddenly appeared during the relocation process, only to clear up once the reburial was complete. Some people, when they're around his current site at the 2ND Way State Park, I apologize if I'm mispronouncing any of this. I am not native or indigenous. I'm fascinated. But regardless, some people were claiming to have experienced the feelings of being watched, hearing unexplained sounds, or sudden changes in temperature near the monument.
Makes sense.
And then some claims that, you couldn't take a clear picture next to the monument.
But you Googled that, and there's no images to prove
I
that
couldn't
fact.
verify any of that just based
Yeah.
on what AI told me. So if anybody has any kind of claims, victimmatrixpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah.
So why are we bringing up this random cornstalk guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cornstalk was the person that everybody blamed for the disastrous events that happened before Mothman. So just as an example, we have the Buffalo Creek flood that happened in 1972 that killed 125 people. There was a bunch of different mines that went down, like the Monongah mine disaster. I don't know. Can you say that any better than I can?
Monongah?
Monongah?
Monongah.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I feel bad if I'm saying it wrong. I'm sorry.
The alleged sightings of the Mothman is actually linked to the curse, apparently. He's like the harbinger of the cornstalk curse,
Yep.
some people are saying.
Mm.
But yeah, a lot of different shit. But there's even one on this list that's from 2006, which wouldn't actually be credible because it's past the time period of the curse. 1977.
Right.
It should have only been 200 years, allegedly. But I wonder where people are getting this 200 years from anyways.
I wonder.
But
So later sightings, the Gettysburg Times reported 8 additional sightings in the short span of 3 days after the first claims. This included 2 volunteer firefighters who said they saw a very large bird with large red eyes. Thoughts?
a lot of people seem to think that Mothman looks like a bird.
Mm.
But it backs up one of the theories
Like
that
a
we'll
crane,
talk about later.
Yeah. Newell. How would you say that name?
Newell Partridge?
Thank you. A resident of Salem, West Virginia, claimed that he saw strange patterns appearing on his television screen one night, followed by a mysterious sound just outside his home.
Which makes me wonder, what kind of
I
weird...
remember reading about that story.
What kind of weird shit was he seeing? Weird, strange patterns?
He also claimed to have a wife and a dog, and the dog was barking at the TV. Do you remember reading that story? We didn't copy and paste it. And the dog was barking at the TV, and then he freaked out and looked outside. The story is very detailed, and...
Actually, I clicked on the
remember
link here, and
Yeah.
it says that Partridge said he said his television set began acting like a generator, and Bandit, the dog, started carrying on something terrible. What does that mean?
like barking aggressively.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how I would take it.
And then when he shined a flashlight into the field, he saw something with eyes like red reflectors. The dog's hair stood straight up, and he said, the animal went into the field. The dog never
So it
returned.
ran out. Oh no!
The dog never
Bandit!
returned?
Oh no!
And there was no trace of it in the morning.
I'm sure Bandit came back. I know Bandit came back. I'm gonna say Bandit came back. Or Bandit found a better home.
Oh my god. That's horrible.
Nah, Bandit got home.
You know what?
Bandit came home.
I'm just gonna tell myself that Bandit made it home safely, and
Of
just so
course.
that I can sleep tonight.
Yeah, same.
So we should get into some sightings before disasters, other sightings before disasters after this,
Of
because
course.
now that we know that Mothman is kind of seen as like an omen before disastrous events, some of these are kind of interesting, but I don't know if they're all credible Mothman sightings.
Yeah.
First up, we have the Chernobyl disaster, which happened on April 26th in 1986. In the Soviet Union, the world's worst nuclear disaster occurred when an explosion took place during a routine systems test of Reactor 4 at the Chernobyl nuclear plant. The nearby town of Pripyat served as a base for the first responders, but was later evacuated due to the presence of harmful radiation. In the decades that following the disaster, rumors flown on cryptozoology-inclined corners of the internet that Chernobyl workers and residents of Pripyat saw something very eerie in the days prior to the explosion. Reportedly, a winged creature was seen flying over the town on numerous occasions. A few workers at Chernobyl also allegedly saw the same creature hovering over the plant. Right? Even stranger, those who claimed to have seen the creature were reportedly plagued by nightmares and harassed by incessant, threatening phone calls afterwards.
I'm not saying it, but aliens.
Men in Black.
No, I'm gonna say aliens. Aliens.
Many claimed the creature resembled a man-like bird with red eyes, and some came to refer it as the Black Bird of Chernobyl, which sounds way more ominous than just Mothman.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, was it the same
I'd say
creature?
so.
Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
But to go all the way from West Virginia all the way to Russia?
I guess
Right?
so, yeah.
This took place in Russia? Oh, yeah,
What?
Soviet Union, now
Yeah.
known as Russia. I don't know if that part of the Soviet Union is Russia or Ukraine or some other
It's
territory.
Russia.
You sure?
Mhm.
Okay.
Russia.
You know your stuff. You know your Russia.
I'm pretty sure it's Russian.
According to Lauren Coleman, it was neither. In 2010, the author said that the reports of the Mothman Chernobyl sightings were entirely based on fictional accounts from the 2002 Mothman Prophecy movie. So people were basically just clinging to the movie going, oh, this is what happened.
Mhm.
Obviously, this makes sense
Of course, yeah.
because it was a disaster.
Yeah.
And then we have 9/11. 9/11 is
Ooh, that's
kind
a
of
whole
weird.
other thing.
So, following the terrorist attacks on the World Trade Center on September 11th, 2001, rumors emerged that witnesses reported seeing a large crane-like figure in the vicinity of the towers 5 days prior to the attack.
Gargoyle.
Like a gargoyle on top
Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
of the World Trade
I
Center
can
just
see it.
falling off during the explosions.
Mhm. I can see it.
I gotta
I
say,
believe that more than anything.
I've
Yeah.
seen the pictures. All right, I've shown you the pictures.
Of course. I think it's a
It
gargoyle.
it doesn't look like Mothman. It looks like a bird.
It looks like
It
a
looks
crane, yeah.
straight up like just a regular ass bird.
It
But I
looks
could
like one of those
see,
big dinosaur birds.
but I could see somebody looking at
Which
this
is
and
a
going,
crane.
"It's a man bird."
No.
It makes me think of Mothman.
No. No.
Oh,
Oh, that's a butt. That's a butt.
it's Mothman's booty.
Yeah, someone put a sticker on that booty.
Yep, they gave him a tramp stamp.
That's the statue in the main location.
On the day of the horrific attack, Mothman was reported to have appeared again, some claiming they could see his face through the clouds of smoke and debris.
I don't know.
And then the I-35W bridge collapse.
Mm.
Ugh, I love it. Hiccups went away, and they came back.
Oh no.
Ah,
Well, freakishly, and I almost said fortunately.
fortunately enough.
For you with your hiccups. Another sighting of Mothman was noted at the site of the bridge collapse. A rush hour on August 1st, 2007, a bridge on 35 in Minneapolis. Minnesota gave away at its center. You throw me out with your
I'm
hiccups. I'm so
sorry.
sorry you have hiccups. Hold on.
They'll go away, and then they'll come back again.
I hope so. Because
Hopefully I
13
don't have
people
cancer.
died because of your fucking hiccups in the beginning.
13 people died because of my hiccups,
Yeah, it's that powerful.
and here I thought I just had ulcers.
Yeah, no. 145 were injured because of your hiccups.
Oh no!
And it's fall. Because of you!
Ah!
No, I'm like, okay.
Ah!
No! Reports trickled in that Mothman.
Mini Mothman-like figures. Ah! There were mini Mothmen everywhere. They started trickling in. They couldn't help themselves. They were like, the bridge.
I can't.
All the mini Mothmen were like, the bridge, the bridge, the bridge, the bridge.
It is so cute. Alright, I'm sorry.
That makes me think of fucking Groot. That's
No,
fucking great. I
I
love
don't
this.
think of that. I just think of really cute mini Mothman. Okay. Hold on. Mini Mothman with their booty.
Yeah, they're little booties. The little Mothman booties.
That's so stupid. That's like little plushies. That's what I'm picturing. Little plushies.
Oh my god.
You destroyed the town. Fuck you.
No!
All your mini fucking Mothman. It's your fault.
Ah!
Fuck you.
You did it.
No.
It was you.
You farted out a bunch of mini Mothman.
Oh my god. That's fucking legendary. Oh
I'm picturing. I'm picturing.
It was a mini fart cloud that gave way to mini
I'm picturing
Mothman.
you gaping your asshole out.
Oh my god, yes.
And a bunch of mini Mothman.
Oh shit.
I'm sorry, it's not funny. It's not funny. All right. I got this. I'm so sorry. I'm good.
Oh shit.
Skeptics dismiss this creature. Shut up. Possibly being a paranormal entity. The paranormal entity is your farts and your hiccups, Vera.
Yeah?
Yeah, stop farting and hiccuping.
But they thought it was a large heron or a crane or
Yeah,
some
it's
shit.
from your hiccups.
But it could have just been a large heron or mini cranes. Mini
Shit.
cranes flying.
Yeah, mini cranes farting out of
Yeah,
the mini Mothman.
They're just farting around. I don't know. I've never seen a crane fart, but I'm sure they do. Everybody farts. And it was that fart that made the bridge collapse. Don't choke. Please don't choke. Don't die on me.
Oh,
I need you. I need you.
I picture Lucid fucking farting.
You know that cat farts.
She burps and no, she doesn't burp. She's been sneezing so much lately.
I was gonna say I've never heard her burp, but I've definitely seen her sneezing a lot lately.
She's been sneezing so much so she's sneezing at Mothman.
Oh my god! And they come out of her nostrils.
Oh, this is so dumb.
That's
I'm
fucking
sorry.
great.
All the viewers are gonna think that I'm high as fuck, and I'm not. It was just funny because she's hiccuping over here, and I'm clearly not well. Get
Shit.
therapy as fast as possible. I'm living.
This is when
proof.
we insert an ad from BetterHelp.
No, Vera Health.
Oh my god, no, even worse. The only thing worse than
Valera
BetterHelp is
not Vera.
not Valera
I
Health,
said
it's
Vera Health.
but it's Vera Health. It's never too late to start working on yourself.
Where did
The
I-
point we were trying to get at was skeptics
I dropped my
dismissed the creature as a large heron or a crane. But Mothman believers, they believe that he was there. And that he was trying to warn them about the bridge. About the bridge.
That's not even that funny. I'm picturing little cranes flying out of someone's asshole. I'm so sorry.
I don't even know what that-
Out a bunch of birds.
Yeah, fuck it.
All right, birds aren't real. Got it.
Oh,
All
that's
right,
right.
okay,
That's right.
right,
Birds aren't
right.
real. Therefore, by proxy,
shit.
Mothman is a real
Bro,
either.
Mothman is a bird.
Mothman.
Wait,
Is
no,
a-
Mothman is a moth. No, it's an owl.
No, we're gonna get into what the theories about Mothman are. You ready?
Yes.
You ready for this shit?
Go
The first theory, the
on.
most bullshit theory
I'm-
of them all,
I'm back.
is that it's a fucking hoax.
Yeah. Shady's back. I had to.
Why?
I don't
Why
even know
did you
what that's
have
from.
to?
What is that from? I don't even know. I've heard it somewhere.
Eminem.
I don't
Guess
know
who's back?
Eminem.
Back.
You
Back
told me
again.
earlier
again.
today. 'cause I made the
Shady's
same
back.
joke.
Back. Tell a friend.
No. I was able to drink water, so Shady
There
is
you
not
go.
back.
Well, apparently Slim Shady's dead now.
No, it's
Eminem
Ice Cube.
just dropped
no,
a
it's
song.
Ice Cube now because water. Dumbest joke of all today.
No,
You're
but Shady's
welcome.
dead now. Did you hear that?
He
Eminem's
died?
dead. He's
He
not
died?
really dead,
Good
but
for
he
him.
he put out a song
Good for
called "The
him.
Death of Slim Shady."
No, good for him.
He
I don't
put out a
know
song
any
recently,
of his music,
"The
but
Death
good
of
for
Slim
him.
Shady."
Good
Slim
for him.
Shady's dead now. We
Good.
fucking R.I.P.
All right, good for him.
But Mothman hoax.
Yes.
One theory suggests that the creation of the Mothman was the work of one very committed prankster
Oh.
who went as
oh,
far
no.
as to hide in an abandoned World War II munitions plant.
Ooh, that's like a Fallout situation.
Right?
Fallout New Vegas shit.
Fallout 76.
I
More
get to play-
specifically,
I wasn't
76.
allowed to play because I don't have enough space on my PlayStation.
That's probably the real reason why it
Well,
wouldn't
that game
play.
can suck my cock. Or suck
But
my
apparently you can get Mothman in the game. I don't know
Yeah, apparently you
too
can.
much about
I
that.
haven't experienced this
But-
yet. Sorry.
The theory posits that when the national press ran the Mothman story, people who lived in Point Pleasant began to panic, and locals became convinced that they were seeing Mothman in birds
They're
and other
still on
large
acid?
animals. They're still on acid.
That's horrible.
I don't get it.
You gotta fix that.
we
It's
gotta
too
put more acid in the water. That's the real solution.
I wouldn't be able to go to work. Can you imagine just clocking in? Hi.
Hey, you're never gonna guess who I saw on the way to work. It was fucking Big Bird,
This
but this weren't
computer,
this weren't no
These two
average Big Bird.
screens right here, they have 2 eyeballs. They're huge. I don't know what you see. I've never done acid. I've only done salvia.
Listen, acid ain't that great.
Do you
Salvia ain't that
if
great
you have
either.
acid, what would you see looking at those two monitors?
Uh,
2 eyeballs.
your
right?
2 monitors for work? Well, you got your
Yeah.
2 monitors for
Still
work. You got
fitting in.
Baphomet in the middle
Yeah.
and a ring light kind of at the top. So
Yeah.
my brain goes straight to some sort of big
And
winged.
You forgot the crow and then your sigil. You forgot.
Yeah, the crow and then my sigil. But
Yeah.
like I'm picturing some big ass. Like the screens are wings,
Yeah.
but like they're wings with screens
oh, so it'd
on
be
them.
Baphomet.
It would be Baphomet. I'd be
Oh.
seeing Baphomet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, big ass Baphomet on acid. Fuck yeah. But it's Baphomet wearing my sigil around his neck.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that'd be
That'd
fucking
amazing.
dope.
Alright, we
I
gotta do acid and look at
fucks with this. I need to get an album artwork done of
Yeah.
Baphomet with my sigil around his neck.
There you go.
Their neck. There.
Yeah, I would say there. Ow. I would say there.
Yeah. But do you buy into the idea that someone would dress up as a fucking big winged fucking moth or a big
No,
bird?
Not. Wait, what year?
17 or no,
Nope.
19
1700s.
1960
No. Big fat fucking no. If you're gonna say 2000s, yes, sure. Fucking cosplaying shit.
Yeah, cosplayers for sure, but
no, unless he's wearing a fucking,
1976
like,
I think.
he's wearing a
Ugh.
shawl from his
A
grandma.
shawl.
And he's all like, woo, I'm pretending to be a ghost.
No, he's not just going around going woo, he's going
No,
oh. That's the sound that Mothman makes when he's
Yeah.
flying around. He's just oh, hiccup and everything.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that I could see that. That would work. That would work for the best.
1967.
What?
That's the year of the bridge collapse.
Oh yeah, no, I
You
don't
don't
buy
think
this.
you don't buy
What
it?
moron would go into an abandoned plant, like a fucking facility, and be like, you know
Somebody smoking the devil's reefer,
what?
the devil lettuce.
No, I mean unless they're affected by psychosis, then I get it, because I've experienced that.
I don't know. Maybe some war vet with PTSD just came back from Vietnam. I don't know
But
when the
it sounds
Vietnam
like
War
a
was. I don't know.
teenager. But it sounds like a youngster.
Well, the way they tell the story was They make it the way they tell the hoax theory. Yes, a prankster. I think of a child,
Right. I think
a
of a
teenager.
teenager. Yeah.
But what teenager has enough in 67
They're not that bored.
Can
They're out with their friends. They're
create
gaming or
something so
whatever.
elaborate and so
Right.
convincing? No.
It's
If this
bullshit.
was
an
happening
owl.
now, I could see it. It
Yeah.
was an owl. It was an owl mixed with
It
a
was an
crane,
owl.
which brings me
Yeah.
to the next theory.
Yeah.
A cryptid species, because we all know cryptozoology starts with the idea of something that people think isn't real. Like for instance, people used to think that the gorilla was a cryptid
Yep.
and not a real actual fucking animal, right?
Yep. Right.
So a lot of actual zoology starts off with cryptozoology, and that
Yeah.
makes me think of the fucking platypus. Platypus shouldn't be real.
It shouldn't be. It's
There's-
like a mix of a fucking duck.
It's a duck and a beaver.
Yeah. What the
Like
fuck?
what the
Why?
what the fuck kind of crack was God smoking that night?
Someone gave the water acid and crack that day.
It was God's idea to put acid in the water, and that's what
Who
gave
the
birth to the goddamn
fuck-
platypus.
Who's the name of this god and or deity?
Yahweh.
Yahweh?
Yahweh
I would say Odin did
or
it.
Yahusha.
Odin did it out of boredom.
I should probably tell this story on the podcast.
Yeah.
So I used to work with this flat earther,
Mhm.
and he used to. I've always heard that the original name for God in the Bible is Yahweh, based on like what Jewish lore,
I
Jewish
think so.
mythology. But he used to always claim the real name of God is Yahusha, and I think he was mixing up Yahweh and the original name for
Yeah.
Jesus being Yeshua.
Yeah.
So I think he fucking mixed them up because he was probably stoned at work when he was talking about
Yeah.
Yahusha, whatever. He
Yeah.
was just. We called him Moosey because he was a big black dude.
Yep.
He was funny as fuck. I like that
I
guy.
remember this.
The only flat earther I've ever met, and also the only flat earther I can think of that wasn't annoying as fuck.
Yeah. That's fascinating. I didn't even know that could exist.
I know, right? Who would have
Yeah.
thunk?
Who knew?
And there were several times where like some sketchy encounters at motels
Yeah.
because like we were
Mhm.
traveling. We traveled and did inventory at various Walmart stores, and anytime we were at sketchy hotels, he was like, "Don't worry, guys, I got you. I'll protect you."
Yeah, he was the watchdog while everybody slept. He was like, ghosts?
He was always
Nope.
kicking back. He was always
Smoking
sitting
weed.
somewhere smoking a blunt, a
Wow.
cheap ass blunt that he
No
bought at the
wonder
gas
why-
station.
No wonder why he said
with
that.
almost no weed in it. That was the thing that killed me
That's-
about the way he smoked
yeah.
weed. Almost
That
no weed
explains
in it.
everything.
But the listeners want to know what kind of cryptid species could this possibly be, right?
Yeah.
So, for those who believe in an undiscovered species, the Mothman may be an undiscovered animal, perhaps a surviving specimen of a thought to be extinct species.
Hmm?
Some guy named Robert Smith. Yeah,
Of
I
course.
believe it. Robert Smith. Yeah, that's a
Mhm.
believable last name.
Seems fake.
But apparently he's an
Wow.
associate professor of wildlife biology at West Virginia
Alright,
University.
let's Google his name. Let's look him up.
Anytime
figure it
someone's
out.
pretending to be yeah, I'm Bob Smith.
I mean, maybe he doesn't want to be a part of the paperwork. I don't know.
Maybe he gave a
He
fake
saw
name.
it, he doesn't want to be seen as crazy.
Or maybe it's the other way around.
Maybe.
And he actually wanted to cling to the Mothman story somehow.
Maybe.
So that's why he posits this
That's
idea
a possibility.
that instead he attributed sightings to the sandhill crane, which stands almost as tall as the average man and has bright red flesh around its eyes. Not exactly 6 inches apart, though.
No.
Mm. But I think a more compelling version of this
Yeah.
is if some fuckhead,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go with fuck,
Fuck
'cause
it.
why not,
Just fuck it. Some
decided
fuckhead said
to
that.
gene splice a sandhill crane and an owl.
Yeah.
And then you got your Mothman right there. I'm just saying, like that sounds pretty fucking plausible to me.
I mean, I could see that being a thing.
But
Yeah.
regardless, this explanation was compelling, especially given the number of early reports that had described the bird as bird-like.
Yeah.
Birdman.
They always say bird-like,
That's
but they
because
don't really know.
I mean, giant winged creature. You're gonna think it's bird.
Gargoyle. I'm gonna stick with that. Gargoyle.
But if it's a gargoyle, that means it's a statue during the day.
Yeah, and?
It only comes out at night?
No, it picks its time.
That would mean that somewhere during the day, there's a
Mhm.
statue of the Mothman.
Exactly. Look
Which
at
means
the
you could
main
find it.
Point Pleasant. There's a
It-
statue there.
Well, that
That's a
statue... Okay. That statue was created long after the story spun out.
You don't know that?
And it's made out of metal, not stone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you ever see the 90s gargoyle cartoon?
I think it did.
I remember
don't
liking it.
Alright.
But there's a part of me, my gut instinct wants to just be like, it was mid.
I don't remember.
I
too
remember
much.
liking it as a kid, though.
I remember images. That's it.
It was
I don't
on
know
the
if that
same
helps.
channel that the Spider-Man cartoons were on. I
I'm
used
sure
to watch
I've
those
seen
90s
it.
Spider-Man cartoons. And
Yeah.
Power Rangers.
I'm sure I've seen it.
That was my shit back in the day.
Really?
Power Rangers.
Oh no.
Then we have the final theory.
Oh no.
And this one seems to be the more popular theory, just based on, like, I guess the Mothman prophecies.
Yeah.
But the idea that Point Pleasant is a portal.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Theories arose that Point Pleasant might have been a portal to an alternate realm, and that the Mothman creature, coupled with the reports of UFOs, poltergeists, and bizarre light phenomenon in the area, was somehow connected to the Silver Bridge tragedy.
Yep.
Some wondered if Mothman was responsible for the Silver Bridge destruction. I say
wonder.
fuck that.
You say fuck
I
that.
say fuck that.
I
He's
say
coming to
I
warn
wonder.
you about the bridge
Yeah.
and flying the lights.
Facts. Good point. Good point.
And eat the shirt off your back. Even
Yeah,
though no
my
one reported that.
Mothman for president. That's what I'm saying.
Mothman for president 2025.
Yep. Mothman
Fuck it, let's
for
go.
president. Or Keanu Reeves.
Or Keanu Reeves. Just anything but Trump. Anything but Trump. Fuck that bitch.
As we turn it to politics.
I don't give a fuck, man. I wish that...
I will say a fucking plant.
A plant?
Yeah, a pot plant.
Okay, now you gotta pick a strain of weed that you would vote for president.
Because then it's kind
That's
of
not a
like,
strain.
Oh.
No, it's indica or
What?
sativa. That's not a
Um,
strain. That'd be... Okay, I'll put mine up. Sour diesel. Sour diesel is what I'd vote for
Oh.
president.
I'm going to say purple haze.
Purple haze?
I'm going to say purple haze for president.
Because people will think of Jimi Hendrix.
That too.
Yeah.
Jimi Hendrix for presidency, even though he's dead. Sorry. Rip. Sorry.
I buy it.
I buy it. Let him come back to life. Jimi Hendrix for president.
From beyond the grave.
Yeah.
This is just like the Ed Gein episode
Let's get
we
some
did.
voodoo priestess in here, please. If there's a
Voodoo,
voodoo
hoodoo,
priestess.
doo-doo.
Yeah. No, don't make fun of it. No.
Why not? Why not? Why
No,
not?
they're gonna do some things.
Oh, look, it's the end of the episode. If you made it this far,
Yeah.
congratulations. There is no cake.
Cake is not real.
The cake
I'm
isn't
sorry.
real. I'm sorry.
Play Portal. You'll understand the meme.
The only other thing to add at this point of the episode is
Yeah.
just other theorists have suggested it may be a part of governmental experiments, either as
I
a
could see that.
like cryptic espionage tool.
They let some aliens out and they had some fun.
But I feel like this
And these aliens are a mix of owls.
aliens, aliens.
I want to trip up those two words.
But this goes
Aliens.
along with the theory that birds aren't real.
True.
Yeah.
But birds are real.
They're very real.
They're
and they're very
real.
smart. Don't fuck with birds.
Don't.
That's going to be the next Netflix documentary.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with birds. They're
Don't
not
fuck
real.
with the crows. Don't
They're
fuck
not real. I'm sending
don't
the CIA
fuck
to
with
your
the-
fucking house.
I said fuck with that.
What? Don't fur coat with them. It could also be a supernatural phenomenon,
It could be.
an extraterrestrial from another
They
world.
could be seeing a dead Mothman. A dead owl.
Dead moth?
Dead owl. Oh no, Social Repose got out again.
Oh, fuck. We got to put him back in his cage.
Oh, someone stop Social Repose.
Oh, God. They got to keep him away from that
Yeah.
picnic table.
Yeah, they gotta stop Social
That poor
Repose.
picnic table's traumatized.
Yeah, he keeps doing that.
He's
And
gotta
everybody's
stop.
like, Mothman, go away. And Social Repose is like, I'm not Mothman.
He's got to keep explaining he's not
Yeah.
Mothman. I just sing like Ronnie Radke. I've got no
He's been
personality.
traveling a lot since the 1960s. He's a time traveler.
Explains that freakish
Social
appearance.
repose? Yeah, look at his face. He's a time traveler.
Actually,
he's
mean,
actually the real Mothman. He's a time
given the
traveler.
fact that he's appropriating
yeah.
indigenous culture
That's a new
on top of the moth-like appearance,
Oh,
I'm gonna
shit.
just say it.
He's a new conspiracy theory.
Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it too. Social repose, not for president, but he's the Mothman.
He had to ditch the red eyes a while back just to avoid
He
suspicion.
did. Yeah. That's
Otherwise, you know,
he did do that, didn't he?
what?
He is Mothman. He did do that. He did do the red eye. I thought
He
you
did?
knew that. Yeah, he did.
I don't remember this.
I used to follow his shit.
I make
hate
fun
to
of
admit it.
social repose. I
No,
don't pay that
social
much
repose
attention.
used to do red contact eyes. I thought. I could have sworn.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, he's the real Mothman, but not
This
for
was his
president.
grand scheme all along.
Yeah, he
to be
knew.
confused with Mothman.
Yeah.
And with the headdress and everything,
Yeah.
bringing it back to Cornstalk's curse.
Yeah.
Now it all makes sense.
It does.
Fuck social repose. You're canceled. You're
yeah.
fired.
How dare you do the things you've done? I hope you realize what you've done.
Okay.
I don't even follow it, but hey.
On
I've heard
on the
some
real.
shit.
On the real, do you think it could be either a government experiment, supernatural phenomenon,
I think it's social
an
repose.
extraterrestrial from another world, or an interdimensional being capable of moving between realities?
Intermental.
Intermental. Inter.
No, I think
Dementia.
it's social. No, I think it's social.
That is very much social repose. Holy fuck, this just became a whole fucking social repose discorner over here. Join our Discord, social repose haters.
I think... I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry at the same time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I think it's social repose.
And-
He knew all along he's a time traveler. And then tomorrow he's going to be like, I'm a non-binary. And I'll be like, we do not accept you in our corner. As I hit Mike.
Oh,
sorry,
poor
Mike.
Mike, we're abusing him again. I'm so sorry.
Stop stroking Mike. Yeah, stroke
I
Mike.
have to
Yeah,
show
stroke
him
my
some
Mike.
love after you beat him.
I didn't beat Mike. He agreed.
He consented? He signed a waiver and everything?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, God
Mike, you
damn it.
kinky fuck.
Social repose, you're not part of the Who. Wait.
Social repose if
Yeah.
you're
The
listening.
hooligans.
If
That's
you're
what they
listening,
call
first of
themselves.
all, we made
He
it.
would never listen.
And second of all,
He's a bad person. Very bad.
he can take a joke. I know this from experience. He
Yeah,
can take
well,
a joke.
he needs to stop cheating on people.
He needs to stop being social repose and start being himself.
I agree. Take our advice, social repose. Or go to be part of Morgue Society.
Oh God.
He looks like Morgue a little bit. Like Morgue had a baby.
Imagine
Oh, I'm sorry, Morgue.
social repose is a Hyperion.
Yeah. Social repose.
The plot thickens.
I just tried adding social repose's name into Hyperion. Social Hyperion. Social Reposian.
Oh God, no! Don't do it! Don't!
I tried.
No! It's done.
Sorry,
It's
not
done.
sorry.
Oh,
You did this to
shit.
yourself, social repose. Look at you
Oh.
now, you fucking hooligan. Get
Thank
it?
you for listening.
Thank you. I'm sorry, but the Doctor Who fans will get it. The they call,
Hooligan?
they call
Oh
themselves
God,
the
it's
hooligans.
full circle now.
Yeah.
This whole episode has been
Brought to you by
bonkers.
Doctor Who. Watch Doctor Who on the UK channels. This has been
Victim Matrix
Victim-
podcast, tuning in from the BBC network.
yeah.
Big black cocks everywhere.
Whoa! Whoa!
That's what BBC stands for, not the
Whoa.
British Broadcast Center. No.
Whoa!
No.
Whoa!
No,
You
we're
watch
all
your
about
tone,
big
young
black
lady.
cocks over here. After all, we're
No.
talking about
I
Mothman.
don't do cocks.
I think Mothman's got a big black cock.
Whoa.
Thank you
What?
for listening.
No.
Hail Satan, and make
You're-
sure you're following us on whatever
Hail
platform you're listening to us
Lucifer.
on. I think if Mothman's real, he's got a big black cock.
Oh,
He
shit.
does. He's not
Stop
non-binary.
complimenting social repose. Stop.
Social
right
repose
now.
is not
You're
Mothman.
canceled.
I refuse. I will
No.
die on this
I will
hill.
die on the hill that social repose is Mothman. He caused all this.
No, he was trying to warn us.
I know.
That's why he's on the fucking.
I know he's trying to
That's
make
why
money.
he's-
He's poor now.
That's why he's singing on that fucking
Leave
picnic table.
Mothman alone.
It's a warning about the bridge.
Right? Gotta help out the bridge moth.
Thank you for
Thanks
listening.
Tune in next time.
Oh, we're gonna go die now. Bye.